Yay!
Hey, we are live and we have sound and a camera this week. Not quite sure what went on last week, Jane.
No idea.
No idea whatsoever. But
sorry about that, everyone.
The camera decided it wasn't going to work. It's been fine ever since. Very strange.
We look very pale. What's happening here?
Hang on.
Too much light on or too much light off? I don't know. You need to make me look darker, otherwise I'm going to be saying I need to go on holiday.
How about that one then?
Oh, a bit warmer.
Is that better for you?
Yeah,
we'll keep that one in. Look at that.
I look pasty.
Pasty. Anyway, guys, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are out there in Onpassive world. Today is April the 1st, commonly known as April Fool's Day. I did have a quick scout, actually, talking of April Fool's Day, in the English Sky News online. Normally they have an April Fool's. I haven't seen it yet.
They didn't have one on Sky. They did have one on one of the big morning programs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then I normally like to try and find out which one it was, but
they pranked the lovely Alison Hammond, God love her. Some woman had been on an antique show and had bought a vase for £30, and it was in the studio and it was worth 30,000, and one of the presenters knocked it off and smashed the ground. And Alison Hammond one of the presenters started to cry because she was mortified. Of course, it was a prank on her.
Oh, right.
Everyone else was in on it. And she was a little bit like, she threw her script down and said that wasn't funny.
And seeing as Graham Burt's on here, I bet he thinks that what's happening in Scotland with the new laws coming in today is pretty April Foolish, I'll tell you.
No, I've not read that.
I've been following on that. Graham will know what that's all about. If you want to know about it, just you can Google the new laws that are coming into place today in Scotland. Absolutely ridiculous in my opinion, but there you go. Anyhow, happy Easter to everybody. Hope you've had a lovely long weekend. It is the longest bank holiday weekend here in the UK for everybody. Friday and Monday off.
They do indeed.
So it makes it for everybody. And we went out, didn't we? What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at my Chris. He's saying
hello. Oh, hello, Chris.
It started ripping me yet.
I know you will do. Don't you worry. Before we get into the fun day, obviously, because it's Monday Fun Day, let's bring you up to date on passive wise. Quite a quiet weekend. Not much has been going on, obviously, over the festive period. A lot of people were posting out yesterday that we had a new website. Now, we didn't have a new website, guys. We had an updated old website yesterday. Why? Because people were thinking it's a new website because at the very bottom of the page, a new icon had come on there, which was a spinning globe with yellow stars on of the Onpassive locations, office locations, that is, on the world map. And they thought because that was new, it was a brand new website. Very astute of those that noticed it yesterday. For those that were posting out that it was a new website yesterday, it wasn't. But today there was one that came in really, really early. So have you been over to onpassive.com and had a look at the new website? If you haven't, we are back to the dark blues, light blues and whites, which is quite a traditional one. It's got a new scroller as well at the moment. But for those eagle eyes, and I know there's plenty of eagle-eyed people out there, as always, have you noticed the font change? Now, we all know what a font is, don't we? Font change of the Google Play and App Store hyperlinks on the very first page. They've changed the design and the fonts for those. We are obviously still waiting, guys, for the official O-Trim link. Now, I'm kind of guessing it might be active tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest in the iOS, which is Apple. It's there already for Google Play, but we are recommending to everybody not to download it directly from your Google Play Store, but wait for that official link that's going to be in your iOS, okay, not iOS, or your OES ecosystem, so that you know 100% you have exactly the right link for the O trim. Myself personally, I will not be downloading it or using it, because to be absolutely honest with you, I do that type of thing off my laptop, so I won't be bothering to download it. But there you go, it's up to you entirely. Also, let's go back to the web page. One thing that was picked up actually by Tanya on Passive was that the globe, that the spinning globe for the locations has been now changed on every link in the My Links section. So if you have been using a link and it had the addresses of the locations at the bottom, that's now been taken out, and every single one now has that spinning globe was there. That is there now. So for those people who were saying that where has the address for the American offices gone, this has all been by design, guys. It's still there. We're still registered in the United States, and you will notice it is on that spinning globe. My guess, and it is just my guess, by the way, is that they've taken the actual address links out of there to save space on the web pages, and to having the spinning globe with the yellow stars, they're going to obviously add more locations, so when it spins round it goes there. But one thing I think will happen, don't say Red said it's going to happen, but one thing I think will probably happen is that when the globe's spinning round, if you click on one of the stars, it will come out with the highlight of where that location is. Don't quote me on it, but I reckon that is what is be happening. I think if you remember back to when we had that spinning globe for the testimonials, okay, you clicked on one of the links or wherever it was on that, and it expanded out with that. Think when you hover over it or click on the yellow, it will then come out with where that situation, where the offices are in that place within the world. And it's so it means that we can add lots more locations. It's not taking up any more space on the web pages, but the information is still there. Anyway, let's just go back to that web page again. Like I said, the font's been changed for Google Play and the App Store on that very first page for your Onpassive ecosystem. It's got quite a little bit of a different scrolling area with a slider on the right hand side. The page up and page down still works exactly the same, by the way. Remember, if it says read more, guys. That's what it's all there for. It brings in much more information. I like the way that it scrolls up and down and also left to right. OConnect has that new font style as well within that page, if you noticed, and it's also got a left and right arrows there as well, which clicks left and right to verify, which says it's coming soon. Also, like I said, you can page up and down to scroll, like it comes up and down and left and right. Really good graphics on this, not the same as last week's. Last week was all about that scrolling video, if you remember. This one is more very high quality pictures and information using those dark blues, light blues and whites. Remember, if it says read more, and then right at the bottom you got that spinning globe with the stars twinkling around the globe, and then obviously the ways that we are going to be able to pay. So some good exciting stuff there. Really thank you so much for the tech guys getting that out nice and early, as always. Right then, let's go back to Monday Fun Day with Jane. I'm going to hand over to Jane, and then I'll come back to you in a moment. Over to you, Jane.
Oh, thank you very much. Hi everyone, happy
Actually, it's really why everyone comes here is to see Jane, not me.
I don't know why I'm looking extremely tired. No. Happy Easter to everyone. For those of you that celebrate it, it was lovely. We've had a very relaxed weekend, actually. We took narrowboat Juliana out for a little jaunt. It was quite crisp, it was quite cold, but in my opinion, the weather was having a bit of an identity crisis, and we went through rainbows, hailstone, back to sunshine and back again, and it was quite cold in the evening, which did give us some amazing, we were out in the countryside and we had some amazing stars, which is something I miss around here, because obviously we're in the city, and we don't get that. So I do love something like that. So that was lovely. What have I got for you today?
I don't know.
Well, if it's your birthday, many happy returns. Ooh, fancy being born on April Fool's Day. I think when they came out, he was like, "It's a boy." No, it's not. It's a girl. That's a girl.
Or maybe they just got born on April the 1st.
Yes, but anyway, you share your birthday with the wonderful Susan Boyle.
Oh,
now,
right.
if ever there was do not judge a book by its cover person, there she is right there. Shame on everyone that day who judged the lady, and turns now she's almost a billionaire. Bless her.
And do you know what she did with her money?
Yeah,
she bought her own council house that she's lived in, and bought next door.
She knocked it through.
Yeah,
bless her.
That's it.
That's how to do it, right? Don't splash your cash. You don't need to, do you? And also the lovely too early departed Amy Winehouse.
Oh, bless her.
I know. I think she was about 27 when she died. And of course the great actor Ewan McGregor. Graham Burt will appreciate that, because he's got a lovely Scottish accent, Ewan McGregor. I think.
Bit of a Scottish theme going on today, isn't it?
Actually, yeah. And just I'm going to answer to RW44, who's just asked a question about my mum. Yeah, she's still with us, only in body, not in spirit. Bless her. It's her birthday on Friday coming, so I will be doing the arduous journey up there. I think I'm going on my own and going to spend some time with her. I'm going to take some colourful things for her room, almost going back to sensories, really, aren't we, with her, so that she can't really, communicate, but at the same time, what little bit of eyesight she's got left. Freezing cold Boston. Yeah, I bet it is, actually. I bet it's proper freezing.
Talking of Boston, by the way, it was this weekend 2 years ago that the meetup for a very select few was in Boston, and it was also 2 years ago, yes, on Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember which one it was, that we had the very first Burj Khalifa show, if you remember, and the news that we had the offices in Burj Khalifa 137 and 154, I think it was, wasn't it, or something like that, which was great news.
Me.
No, I'm not interrupting.
You just stopped my flow, Joe.
No, go on then. It's all right. I'm reading this. It's off Tanya.
It's off your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Mum's birthday on Friday, so I will be doing that. And it doesn't seem 2 minutes since I was doing that last year, and I can remember Jean sending me some money for some flowers for Mum or something. I can't remember. Anyway, that is by the by. Thank you anyway. And also, as it's
151, there you go, M. Kaylee. Yeah, I got the 134 right. Anyway.
As it's Easter, I just wanted a little bit of trivia. What's that? Trivia. Can't speak. So easy for me to say.
Oh yeah, talking of trivia though, Jane. Word of the day on Wordle today.
Do you know what? I didn't even know what the word
meant. F-O-N-D. Fond.
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Frond. Sorry, frond.
Which is a leaf.
It's a leaf, apparently.
Anyway,
never heard of it.
Do you know, as it's Easter, do you know we've had 4,000 years of chocolate? Probably why I'm the size I am.
Say that again.
4,000 years of chocolate.
Have we?
Which was discovered by, this.
Go on, do I?
The Mayans.
What, Cadbury?
No, when chocolate was first discovered from the cocoa bean.
Yeah, Mayans.
4,000 years. Obviously by the Mayans. And if anyone
Mexico,
if anyone has the opportunity to go there, we actually went to a very old Mayan chocolate factory. It was wonderful, but the chocolate was so dark. It was like coffee. It was lovely, but it was he liked it anyway.
Yeah, I love it.
The first chocolate bar was invented in 1847 by
Willy Wonka.
No, J.S. Fry and Sons, and that's actually a UK guy.
UKian?
So, a UKian. So yeah, and in other news, just for those of you that watch, those of you that follow the royals, awful news about our Kate, because we own her, you know, not. Anyway, that's another story. And bless her for revealing all that she's coping with cancer. Now, doesn't it show you? It's a bit of an eye-opener, that, isn't it, really, for me, that it doesn't matter who you are, what you've got, what you haven't got. Cancer takes no prisoners, doesn't it? And it's very, very sad, actually.
I know I haven't got a very good seat.
Haven't you, darling?
No, sorry.
I'm not ignoring you, Chris Johnson. I would never do that. And yeah, so that was quite sad. And it's all over the news, although they asked them not to put it all over the news, but they were never going to let it go, were they? So I feel for them, really. And there you are. And in other news, just talking of health and not wealth, health, our eldest daughter. Now, I'm just going to say something here. Please don't put on Facebook prayers for her. Not that we don't believe in that, and that's none of that. It's because there are certain people in our family. You're my family here. There are certain members of our family that I probably wouldn't say this to, and I don't want them to ask me why you're giving her prayers. She doesn't need your prayers as such, but you know, she works in substance abuse, drug rehabilitation. There's a lot more to it than that. You know, when you've got a mum who is an abuser, and then Claire has to sign off her having her children removed. This is the drug user, not my daughter. It's quite a stressful job. And the sad fact is, when Claire's trying to look after all these people, who's looking after the people that are looking after the people? So Claire's had a bit of a dip, and I think it's all got on top of her. I'm not going to go there. Bad batch of drugs going around. They lost a lot of customers. One of her customers threw himself under a train last week. Let's not go there. So all this has got on top of her, and she's taken a week out because she needs to sort of sort out, or I suppose really cope with her own mental health, because to help those in need, you sort of need to be quite strong yourself. And it's all sort of got to her, and she's so good at what she's does. She's almost burnt herself out, and we love her so much. And it's so sad to hear and see her not looking herself, you know. And it's not a shame to talk about mental health. You know, she's the first person to say, actually, Mum, I'm always helping, and perhaps I need a little bit of help. And it's quite sad, really. And bless her, you know. And I know some of you on here know her. I know you know what she does. She's always, bless her, on the beg for stuff for the homeless, and you know, those that haven't got much. And she's always putting everyone first. And now she needs to take a week back. I mean, Marty will tell you how good she is at what she does. She was amazing with his granddaughter Alexis, and you know, and they thank us for that a lot, you know. But there you are. Keep an eye on those that are quiet, guys, because this was what happened with her. We thought she was running at 100 mile an hour, and now she needs to take a step back and focus on her own self for about a week. So
she'll be
that's
fine.
what she's doing. But she has us, and we are we're very close knit. We are. I call us my tribe, because we are always we talk to each other every day. We are very lucky in that respect.
Part of it is recognizing it, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And actually owning up and saying, actually, I think I'm not coping, because it's okay to not be okay. And I'm not lecturing you all. I'm just saying.
No, you leave that to me.
Leave him to do the lectures. But anyway, but I know you're all so lovely, and Ginger DeSanto, absolutely love that name. Anyway, I just, you know, we talk about what's happening in our lives, and it just shows you that me and Red, we're just so normal, and it just brings us back to everyday stuff, that we are so normal. And sometimes, as much as you want to do something for someone, you can't. All you can do is be there. Anyway, enough of that. I just want to say one more thing.
You keep going. You're giving
Keisha me, in Barbados.
I'm doing a Chris today. Don't you worry.
Keisha in Barbados, gorgeous woman. It's her birthday today,
it is,
and they gave us a fantastic welcome when we were in Barbados, and I don't know if they're listening. She may catch up. Benoit, is it Benoit? He tends to catch up later, so I just want to send her a big hug from us, because it's her birthday and she's a beautiful, beautiful person. So I'd like to do that. And also, sorry, I will go.
No, you keep going.
Alicia Maguire, check out her TikTok. Some of the stuff she's done over the weekend is phenomenal. All right, I couldn't say the other word. I managed to get that all right. Phenomenal. And she continues to churn out this wonderful TikTok stuff. Super, super clever. Way above my pay grade.
She is the Onpassive TikTok queen.
She is still, and way above my pay grade. And we do appreciate you, Alicia, and Mark, of course, because Mark supports Alicia in everything. They're a couple in everything that they do. So, and on my take on Ash the other day, by the way, I do watch and I do listen. I know I'm not there, but I always listen to 360. I'm always in the room. I always have a lag, so I get to hear Red say everything twice. Bonus, or anyone.
Hey, you gotta love that, haven't you?
Oh, Jane.
All right, we'll pass it on to her.
Thank you so much. So you don't need, honestly.
You don't need to do anything like that, Jane.
She's not, thank you. You're very sweet. I'll take her a bunch of tulips with that. She's like, I'm going to see her tomorrow.
Give her some May and chocolate. She'll love it.
She would. I should imagine their kids have had plenty of chocolate this
weekend.
So that's very sweet of you, Jean, and I will pass that on for you. Ash the other day, I do listen, and I do, I'm trying to stay plugged in, and I can even get myself a no connect now. There's a thing. Couldn't before. I used to get ready to do it, but now I've worked it out all on my little own. And I thought Ash looked like he'd like to share so much more, but was like restricted. And we have to appreciate that for him, don't we? That he must want to just sometimes run out the door and scream and go, let's just all go out and have a nice meal. It must be quite hard for him to, we can't expect this guy to work every single day of the year,
He does, though.
I know. And we, over Easter, really, what have they done with Onpassive? It's carried on. But we really, to be honest, everyone else gets time off, right? I think. We
are just guests at the table waiting for the food to be served.
We are indeed. And you wouldn't want to be in the kitchen with this chef. He makes a bit of a mess.
There you go there. I'm just going to bring up this. Tanya Onpassive has sent me a message from, don't know what his name is, doesn't really matter. He said, good day all. Is crypto payments for Auto Connect activation still possible? And I can tell you, because I know it is. And the reason I know it is because I had a commission today. First one for a very, very, very long time.
No.
And that was paid through cryptocurrency. So the answer to that is, you can still activate your accounts using crypto. Not a problem. It is there.
That's nice. Look, Ash and Red in the kitchen. What a meal that would be. Do you know, I know Ash is a genius, but I know that Red could teach Ash a lot about cooking. I could teach you all a lot. He's so
we all have our lanes.
And he is second to none. There isn't nothing he doesn't know, and he always surprises
there is
me.
Loads I don't know about
always
cooking,
surprises me. When I've said this story, when we did the little lockdown kitchen thing to stop ourselves going insane in Spain, which we nearly did, when we were doing that and people would ask questions and I would film Red, I was astounded really how much Red knew, and almost I felt a little bit guilty that all this time I've almost taken it for granted that Red is just a good cook, or I know he's a chef, but I just know he's a good cook in the kitchen and nothing phases him. But I was astounded by how much he knew, and I felt almost a little bit like I needed to give him a pat on the back, really.
I think a lot of the background is that is obviously I did 2 years apprenticeship as a boy soldier when I first joined the army at a place called Sonoma Barracks in Aldershot, and that was the Army Catering Corps, I suppose, academy, where you went to learn, and it was all city and guilds in those days, and we learnt our cooking skills, and it was called the Blue Book, which was the Army catering manual. which has been around for a very long time, since the Second World War. Just after, actually, 1947 was the first one, and obviously it gets changed and upgraded. But the reason for the story is that it was based off a very famous old French chef called Escoffier. Now, Escoffier was a traditionalist chef. And what do I mean by that? That all his recipes were based on stocks and sauces. And you have 4 main stock pots. So you have a vegetable stock, you have a meat stock, you have a fish stock, and you also have a brown stock as well. Okay, so you use these stock pots to get the flavor. Now, this was way before the days of flavor coming in a stock cube that you can buy off the shelf now. You made your own flavors by reducing and boiling bones and vegetables and offcuts, and there was always a stock pot on the go, usually a great big thing that all the bits and pieces went into it, and it was continually kept at a temperature 24/7, and that stock pot would be on the go for about a week, and then you cleared it out and started again, and that's where all your sauces were made from. So that was how we were traditionally taught, but part of that was knowing cuts and knowing different sizes of vegetables to go in different things. So I really was a traditional taught chef. And obviously, being in the army, you travel a lot, and part of that traveling is to different countries. And what happens through your culinary journey is that you get tastes for other styles of food. But if you know the basics, then you integrate new styles into what you already know. And that's kind of where my catering background has come from, is that I was taught as a traditional chef. I mean, if you ask anybody, when they ask me what is your forte in a kitchen, it is stocks and sauces. You know, I am a guy that likes to be on the stoves, and I do like to be in the thick of it in a kitchen, and making stocks, well, sauces and all the rest of it. That's what I do. I'm very lucky that if it tastes good to me, it tastes good to everyone else, and I have relied on this thing.
He always says, when I say, can you just taste this for me, because I do cook sometimes, you know. I know what he's always going to say. He's always going to taste it and go, more salt, because I'm always scared to put too much salt in stuff. So Red always seasons everything I make.
Yeah, so, I mean, you have to be very careful with salt.
Another string to your bow, darling.
No, no, right, just another one.
Who knew, right?
Who knew? Anyway, there you go. What am I expecting? Like I said, this week, I'm expecting the next day or two to see Otrim in the iOS app store for that. Keep your eyes open for that. And also, guys, I want to talk a little bit more tomorrow with you all about Ash on 360. But more importantly, I want to talk about whereabouts we are at the moment. So please join us tomorrow for that. Tune in. And I'll bring you up to date. Obviously, if there's anything happening over the next 12, 14 hours or so, I'll bring you up to date with that as well. Anything last from you, Jane? How much does it cost, and how long it would be, just for information for my son?
I'm off for time. No idea.
I don't know what you're asking there, my friend.
No, thank you so much. I'm just reading some of the comments. There's some lovely. You're so lovely, you guys. There's some lovely comments on here. And we do appreciate it. And you're right. And thank you, Listra, for your lovely comment. You're right. We do try and support ours. You know, sometimes you have to close ranks a bit, don't you? And just your nearest and dearest are okay, you know. And we're lucky, touch wood, that we're healthy. We're still on our gym journey. And anyone noticed a photo of mine on social media at the weekend? How much weight this guy's lost? Now, I'm going to take a little bit of credit for this here because I started my journey and he decided she can do it, I can do it. So we're together. We've been, and Red has lost a ton of weight, bless him. Not quite in the Marty stakes, you know. I mean, you know, almost as handsome as Marty.
I've been fasting, actually.
It's been fasting.
Only Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
I don't eat after 7 o'clock at night time, and then my next meal is 2 p.m. the following day afternoon.
He's very good. I work out, and I only have a banana before I work out, and I have a chap work out with me called Harry, who's been amazing for me. He's made me come on and really push me. But I have to have a banana. I literally can't work out on nothing. So you're really strong like that. I'm not so.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. When I say fasting, I do mean no food.
Yeah,
I have a coffee and a tea in the morning. Okay, so
yeah.
I don't class that as.
Yeah.
Exercise is more
It's
important.
no fun, is it?
We do that.
I mean, we all know, don't we? Diet. I don't like the word diet, but
good one. Graham Burt's lost 2 stones.
Amazing.
That's very good, mate.
Next time we meet up, Graham, we'll have to just compare how much we've lost. We'll all be going, ooh. We'll all be like that.
No, the reason.
Daniel Lee, thank you so much
for your
super sticker. Love
the main reason I'm doing it is a kind of a bit of a bet with my youngest daughter, because we're going on a family holiday in May to Gran Canaria.
Yeah.
With all of us and the grandkids as well. So that'll be quite cool. And it was a bit of a bet.
Yeah.
Because she calls me Fatty-O Daddy-O.
It's true story.
True story. So I thought I'd better do something about it.
Fatima, she's dropped a dress size. You always look.
Oh yeah, Fatima looks lovely.
You knock it out the park, Fatima. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know how you do it. You just always look class. I'm not a massive dressy up person, but I do know I've also come down a dress size. I've lost 2 inches off my back, sort of thing. So I must have had a bit of a gorilla back, really. Anyway. Anyway, Fatima always, oh my days, you just look amazing all the time.
Yeah,
and does. I'm not a massive dress up person. When we go on holiday, I'm in Red, like on cruise or something, I get a little bit bored with it, of all this faffing. I'm not very good at it. So
I can tell you now, I'm not a faffer.
No, and you're lucky that when I go to get ready, I don't take very long.
No, you're very good.
I'm not one of these that sits. My hair. Don't get me wrong. My hair. If I have to make an allowance for my hair time, because my hair's so long, it takes me an hour and a half to do my hair. Not the end of the world. But I'm not, but hats off to all you girls that look amazing all the time. And like I said, Fatima.
Wow, Jerry Nix is 6'8".
What? I've never met anyone that tall.
I don't know.
6 foot 8 and need to eat a lot. I am 6'2". 6'2" and to eat a lot, and I am 5'8" and need to eat a lot. What's that? Is this because it's April the 1st?
I have no idea.
Jerry, I can't keep up with that.
Anyway, just a heads up, guys. We are planning to be heading out on our sort of annual sort of boat trip. Next week, depending on whether we can get out on the River Severn. It's in flood at the moment, but just the heads up is that if we are due to do any lives or for you, it is internet whilst we're out.
Yeah, so sometimes it's as beautiful as it is in the countryside. There's a price to pay, and that means we're out of connection. Kenny and Daniel Lee's just asked you a food question. This would be a very good thing. One day you could just come off Onpassive you could do 10 minutes on Onpassive. I'll allow you that.
Thanks.
And then you could ask some people to send you in some very good food questions, and you could say 5, because there could be hundreds, and answer them on here.
Anthony Henderson says someone's taken a bottle off for those at the back. Oh, funny. Go on. What's the question then, Jane?
Oh, it was something to do with lamb pasty or something.
Oh, okay.
It was up there. It was Colonel Daniel Lee, and the amount of super stickers he sends you, I feel.
Oh no, yeah. How to make correct
pasty lamb or beef? What's that mean? What's a pasty?
Well, a pasty is like if it's a Cornish pasty type of thing, then it's use mutton actually if you're using lamb. if other than lamb, you have to use mutton, and with beef, it is anything that you have to slow cook. So whatever cuts wherever you are for braising that you use for that. But if it is a pasty, that's what it is. That's how you make it. But it has potato in it normally, and a lot of spice, as in not Indian spice, but certainly black pepper. A lot of black pepper through it as well. So
like
there's
nice
loads of
pasty.
recipes, yeah.
I like a nice pasty.
But potato, carrot, either mutton or beef, but a stewing beef.
Someone's asking about another meetup in the UK.
Well,
yeah, let's keep going as we are. And I feel that we're so close. This is just me, my opinion. I feel we're so close to the finish line now. I think we're as well to cross that finish line.
Yeah,
and
we will
have a meetup.
Yeah, we will wait. We will wait for everything to be doing as it should be, and then we will have a meetup rather than a meeting. It will be a meetup. Yeah. So it will probably more be down the lines
London
of
area as well.
Yeah, down south, but it will be more of a get together. So meal, sit down meal, and a dancey type of thing. A social thing.
Social gathering. But of course you are all welcome if we do have one. You know, just because it's not a meeting per se, we could still, everyone's entitled to come, of course, and it's always super. I still
someone's Angela and just said meet up on a cruise. I think that is still part of the plan.
Don't forget, I'm going to do O Cruise when we're all going, when we're all up and running. I'm going to do O Cruise. I am so up for that.
Yeah,
that's going to be so much fun.
I reckon easy peasy. We could fill one.
Imagine that. Yeah, probably take it out of somewhere like Florida or Miami or somewhere. And then cruise.
Do northern Caribbean.
Yeah, that would be
out of New York. Do northern Caribbean.
That would be so nice. I mean, you know, it's nice to talk to people on here, but there's nothing quite like meeting someone and, as Ash says, smelling them. So it's so lovely. I mean, I still buzz from meeting Polly Cherry.
Yeah, she was brilliant. Crazy.
Came in like a whirlwind.
Polly Cherry was crazy, but not half as crazy as Myra
Aquino. Yeah, people like that.
What a fantastic person, and Gemma Ramicki as well, and her sister as well.
Yeah, it's one of those memorable occasions you just never really quite forget. And that was, and of course, Graham Burt was there, and Fatima was there.
Yeah.
So there's a few people on here that obviously were there. And it's open to everyone, so we will do that. Listra needs her own jet.
We'll put one on for you. We'll send one for you.
Oh, Mexico can meet up in Mexico now.
That's a thing as well. Yeah.
Don't mention anywhere with sunshine for me. It's always a yes from me, especially as we've had such a poor spring here in autumn. So anyway.
Look, hey, we've gone on a long time today.
We're doing a Marty and Chris.
Yeah, and we're definitely doing a Chris because we had nothing.
Sorry, I'm just going to grab my little book.
Right, okay. I'm going to say a few hellos, and then we're going to slide off. We'll start off with everyone in green. You guys are all the tea clubbers. Thank you for your support. We'll start off then with the lovely Listra T and Gina Lever. Hi to you. RW44 Onpassive and Armando Bissing Nanny. Curtis Strickland is in the house along with M. Kaylee and the lovely Fatima. We have also got, let's have a look.
Pick your dog up.
No. Greg Reisner, Krista Grazier, you are there, Tea Club in it. Who else? Come here then. And Kaylee, I've said hello. Okay, we'll move over then. John Breer's given me lots of things. Jarmo's Tea Club in it. Raphael San Germain and Armand Fataya. Madoop, you're there. Hi. Laurie Lunn, Raphael San Germain, Cynthia Deering, Kushu Pegu, Michael C. Torin Yar, Pam Croax, hi to you. Jerry Nix is Tea Club in it, along with Graham Burt. Madina, you're there. Pushpin Media's Tea Club in it. Deborah Charles, Anita B. Happy. We've also got Ilias and Greg Ginger DeSanto, James Hawkins, Michael Champagne's Tea Club in it. We've got Cynthia Deering, Raphael San Germain, Kenitha Mamin, I think that is. Laurie Lunn's in the house, and Narelle is up late, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Narelle, I bet you're very happy about the new time change, aren't you?
Ilias and Mary Tienda, Emmanuel, sorry. Patty Carpenter is there as well. A couple more. We'll do Deborah Charles, Sean. 2 more. Madoop, Anusha, Ashes, and Pamela Edwards. Theatre King in through the door. There you go, guys. Thank you so much for coming along to another Monday Fun Day. Hope you've had a bit of fun and a bit of information.
Much, guys, all 200 and odd of you. It's very, very kind of you to rock up and listen to our ramblings.
We will see you all next week.
Yeah, lots of love to you all from me. I will see you next week. I can't see us getting very far at the moment because the River Severn's not open.
Oh, no.
But Red, obviously, will be here every day this week.
That's it.
Bye, guys.
Bye for now.